There's candy in there. It's it's festive. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan and I'm healthy to be here with you guys today, man. I am feeling really good as of late, and let me tell you, that was not always the case, okay? This podcast, for one, is just a man navigating the inner winding turns of what it means to be a human, and sure, it's filled with sometimes embarrassing, awkward, and scary stories, but as of late, it's been all about my health. Okay, and I have been feeling like a ghost, not only in my own home, but in my own body, and I've not been enjoying it too much. So we have quite a few stories about that today. It's really just updating you because, let me tell you, not only did it take a left turn, it took a freaking U-turn. We went south. I thought I saw the horizon of greatness, but it was a facade. It was fraudulent, fake, a fugazi. So it actually... quite scary lately, but more than that, guys, it is Christmas time, dude. Oh my good golly greatness. Happy holidays to all those who enjoy it, and even those who don't. Start, man. Okay, it's chilly, it's cold, it's beautiful, and you have to like that. And you might be thinking, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Okay, because it's amazing. And well, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really enjoy scraping the ice off my car, but that's easily remedied by just not leaving the home. So, point one for me, being resourceful, you have to work with what you're given. Yes, the cold is nice, but I mean that mostly from, the safety of the indoors. So, if you guys are outside, I'll give you a pass. You can say, I don't really enjoy it. But I gotta tell you, waving through a window, Dear Evan Hansen style, snow looks amazing. So anyways, let's cut right into the nitty-gritty here. What's going on, man? I was on the rise during this last week's episode, and I thought, oh, I figured it out, baby. Finally, we're on the cusp. And I woke up that next morning, okay, one, just freaking in the dark, okay, because I was sleeping. But two, I woke up, I couldn't breathe. I was coughing so violently, and I got a little worried because I didn't want to die. And, it got to the point where I really, genuinely, I couldn't breathe for long enough that I went, oh no, I'm going to die. And it was really bumming me out because it's Christmas time. And one, I don't want to miss Christmas, but two, I don't want to taint future holidays for my loved ones and the people around me where they go, oh, it's Christmas time. Oh, remember when Tristan died that one time? So then it ruins that. And God forbid I do that. I'm such a merriment saint full of joy and wonder that I refuse. Okay, if I'm going to go down, I will not. Let it be around Christmas. So anyways, yeah, I couldn't breathe for a little bit, and then finally I coughed up just a demogorgon worth of blood. And I know that's going to sound graphic, because it is, but it was just a thick chunk, and my throat was bleeding. Now, usually, this is where you want to go to the doctor, investigate things, and get checked out, but I just been to the doctor for recent sickness and fevers and flus. I had no interest, I'm going to be honest with you, and also... when you live at this point of just like, oh no, I'm going to die, I'm going to ruin Christmas, and then you can breathe again, what's a little blood between friends? So I power on, I go through the rest of my day. Of course, my throat's a bit sore because I've been coughing up blood. And I'm not actually too worried about it. I'm trying to kind of, nothing can take me down. I'm on the rise, baby. When you're on the rise, when you've got good momentum, nothing can stop you. You're all the way up. But, however, this continued the next day, and then the day after that, and then the day after that. And everybody's telling me, you should probably go and visit something. I went, no, it's going to clear up. Maybe it's just like... when you get a chapped lip, it's too dry out. I got like chapped lung or something. Maybe there was a stray tortilla chip. Something got dislodged somewhere. I don't know what the cause is, but it can't be serious because I don't want it to be. But then my father, who's very like anti take care of himself, he was also like, you should probably go get that checked out. He just cut his finger like in half recently. He's like, it'll sort itself out. Sort itself out how? It's not there. It's not gonna grow back. What do you mean? So whenever he says go, usually means things might be a bit dicey. So I go back to the minute clinic, and they do another strep test, and they go, "You're not viral, you're not sick." I go, "I know. Well, I didn't feel sick. I felt like I was dying, and I'm bleeding. Did you see anything? Maybe there's a cut." And they go, "We can't see anything. All we know is it's not strep." I was like, "That's not entirely helpful at the moment, but thank you." And they said, "Go to the ER." And I don't really want to go to the ER. I feel even more silly at this point than going to the minute clinic for another sore throat. But I'm pressured, and people apparently care about my well-being. And also, it's not that I'm necessarily scared of the doctor, but I'm scared of needing the doctor. I'm scared of people telling me to go to the doctor because then I feel like it's more serious than I like to be naive. Ignorance is bliss. Let me tell you this. So when I walk into the ER, now everything has a bit more gravity to it. And I try and like play it down and almost like sheepishly, "Yeah, I'm here for a sore throat." And they go, "That's it?" And I go, "Well, and I'm coughing up blood." And they go, "Freaking get in here." So then they start making a big deal out of it. And I get more nervous, dude, because I don't want to have no problems. So I go in there, and he's checking my throat out. He's like, "Well, good news is it's not strep." I was like, "I knew that, but I want to know why I'm throwing up blood, coughing, bleeding. I feel like I might be dying here, according to everyone else's urgency." And he goes, "We'll get some blood." They want to draw stuff up. I roll my sleeve up. He goes, "Nah, take your shirt off." Bit of an awkward situation because I was only wearing a hoodie. I wasn't preparing for this. Luckily, for some reason, I had a Tom and Jerry tank top underneath because normally I like to try to be in good bod season, but because I was feeling ill, I was just eating my woes, and I was not necessarily in my best shape. So thank God for that Tom and Jerry cutoff. Now the doctor, the ER, the whole freaking hospital was a bit interesting. Okay, because one, I'm already kind of sketched out, and I'm nervous, and I'm alone here, in a Tom and Jerry tank top, and a student nurse walks in, and she starts kind of wiping my arm down, prepping me for someone to come and draw my blood, and they go, "Wow, your veins are so easy, you're so vascular." And look, again, I wasn't feeling fit, but I guess like the inner crevices of my elbows are 4% body fat. I'm lean. So they go, "Wow, I might be able to do this." And I go, "What do you mean you might? What do you mean?" So he's like, "Well, let me go get my practitioner, and let me go get my mentor." So then she brings in her coach to be like, "Okay, I will overview the situation. You can draw his blood," because apparently he's so lean that it should be an easy prick, draw some blood. Now, I've always said hey, you have to do your first surgery at some point. You have to do your first everything, your first blood drawn, your first freaking insertion, your first time you perform CPR, the first time you rescue somebody from anything. And I just don't want to know about it. I don't want to know that you don't know what you're doing because you seem like you're very confident. Everything seems pretty fine, but could you at least just take the student badge off? So she's wiping it down, and she's a little nervous, and it seems like she's a little shaky. I'm like, I'm already scared. She's like, "Can you tell I'm a student?" I was like, "Yeah, because your freaking coach is there. This is going to be fine, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I practice on my husband all the time." I go, "Past tense? Is he okay? Is he still with us?" Like, "Oh, yeah, he's fine." So I was just nervous. I was sketched out. And she did it just fine. It was easy. Plugged it right in. And they were bringing me in, trying to like make sure I didn't pass out because I was like, I'm nervous. I didn't want to say that it was because she was new. They're like, "You seem scared." I was like, "Yeah, I just don't like needles." It's not that I like needles, but I don't have a fear of them. So anyways, they draw the blood, comes back just fine. They go, "We still don't know what the ish is, though. Take you in for CAT scans." So they wheel me down the hall, and the whole thing, again, I'm alone in the hospital in a Tom and Jerry tank top shirt. All I know is that it's not strep. That's all we've discovered so far. Hours have gone by. So many people have tested me and poked me and investigated my throat. All we know is that it's not strep. And I never thought it was. So, I wheel down, I go to the CAT scan, and the guy is plugging me in, and as I'm laying down in the machine, and look, I don't want to sound like such a baby, but I realized how just much of a wimp I was, that I was just feeling so overwhelmed and scared as I'm about to be powered through this machine, and there's just so many different samples of my DNA around the world, and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Again, I was coughing up blood, and that's not ideal either. But I was just, I get concerned when other people are concerned. It's kind of like when, you go to like walk your dog and you get nervous and the dog's like, oh, what, you're freaking out? Then I'm back on. So then I'm like, oh, everybody's a little worried. Should I be scared here? No one was giving me anything comforting. No one said, it's going to be fine. And sure, it's nothing. Sure, it's this. Sure, it's that. I'm even throwing out theories of my own. They go, well, we'll see. Okay. So I'm in the CAT scan. The guy's giving me a bunch of directions about what I do and how I should lay and how I should breathe and whatnot. And I'm trying to gather all this. And in the middle of that, this lady walks in and she's like, Thomas, they're all out of Grinch meals. And I go, what? And he goes, they're all out of Grinch meals. And I go, no, what were the directions? Apparently there's a big famous Grinch meal at McDonald's, and they had been checking for McDonald's all over it, and they just keep selling out. So he was like, okay, I'm sorry, 1 second. And he leaves me. Now I'm alone in the CAT scan room, and I still don't know what the directions are. He's like, 1 second. So he's got to go figure out his order. So then finally he comes back. He's like, it's going to feel like you're pissing your pants. I go, don't lead with that. What are you talking about? He goes, okay, sorry. They're going to fill you with contrast. It's going to make you feel like you're wetting yourself. Trust me, you're not. And I go, well, I kind of have to go to the bathroom already. Like, is there a chance I do? He goes, no, it never happens. I go, okay, but I really do have to, like, how long is it going to take? He's like, just a few minutes. I go, okay, all right. But could I go to the bathroom? He's like, no, it's fine. You're going to do great. And it was nice to have someone have a lot of faith in me. The most confidence and the most safety I felt in that entire journey was somebody saying, I don't think you're going to piss yourself. And, it's a relatively low bar, but sometimes that's what you need to hear in life. When you're worried about dying, sometimes just the littlest offering of, I don't think you're going to piss yourself right now, makes you feel like maybe things are going to be okay. So it was another journey. We go through the freaking CAT scan. They come back. Good news is negative. I'm all healthy. I'm fine. No strep. No anything. They're talking about lumps and bumps and maybe tumors or whatever. Okay. And again, that I'm feeling nervous because I was like, I just thought I had a chapped lie. I don't know what it was. Thought I ate a taco wrong maybe, but now we're genuinely talking death. So I was so safe and so reassured in my Tom and Jerry shirt. I found so much safety and I didn't piss. So that all went well. And I still don't have any answers, but I knew I wasn't dying. Again, I wasn't really getting anywhere, okay, through the course of these days and these different visits, but it kept, I'm going to die. Well, things aren't good, but at least I'm not dying. You might have cancer. Well, we don't have any answers yet, but we know it's not that. So it's like I kept getting scared and people kept going, just kidding. And I was finding some sort of weird comfort in that without actually making any progress. So they go to take the big needle out, and I'm like kind of keeping my arm straight, and they're like, you're fine, there's not actually a needle in your arm. And I go, what? They go, oh yeah. And the student nurse comes back, she's like, yeah, I didn't know that either until I started doing this a few days ago. She didn't say a few days, but she was like, I didn't know that either, but apparently it's just a little tiny, like little plastic piece, just a little stint. So then she pulls it out, and a freaking long plastic needle comes out, and I go, I thought you said there wasn't anything in there. She's like, well, that's plastic, that's not a needle. I go, oh, that's, I was uneasy. I wasn't worried about the structural composition of said object. It was just the fact that something was in my arm that made me nervous. If you pulled out a giant freaking kink, this is going to hurt a little. But don't worry, it's plastic. I was freaking out. So anyways, I leave the ER with no answers, but they recommend me to a specialist. This is a long story, but don't worry, guys. It gets good, kind of. I leave there and I go to call the specialist, and lady answers the phone. One, coughing. Okay, she goes, this is the ear, nose, and throat. How can I help you? I go, do you need help? Is this the right place? Like, is this a place where they make sure that everybody's healthy and okay? She's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Tell me about what you need and we'll get you scheduled up. And we go through all the details and all the health and the medicine and whatnot and where I've been and what do I know. And she goes, okay, it looks like we can get you in at, looks like about 3:15 on Monday. And I go, okay, next Monday. She go, yep, all right, 3:15 next Monday works just fine. All right. And I go, okay, so just to be sure, that is the 15th? And she goes, that's the wait, what? I was like, 15th's a Monday. She goes, oh my gosh, it's today. Oh, Monday's today. Oh, it's right now. Can you come in right now? I go, I guess, sure. So she's like, all right, just come in as soon as you can. I go, if you need to take my slot, you can, like, I can make it maybe another day. So she apparently powered through. I go down, ear, nose, and throat. Everybody's pretty fine. They keep making fun of the Browns because I'm wearing a Browns hoodie, which, by the way, dude, Browns low bar. Browns they didn't, but they almost beat the worst team in the league. And that's how low of a bar it is to be a Browns fan. I'm like, Victory Monday, baby. Time to start busting out the merch. This is what it is. This is what it feels like to win. Kind of. We didn't, but so close. But anyways, they kept making fun of me. So that was kind of actually the best bedside manner I had, was somebody going, hey, I recognize that. You suck. So then they zap me with some stuff. He sticks some tubes and cameras. Again, oh my gosh, 15 minutes of med stories. I hope this has been interesting somewhat, but that's really all I've done this week. Okay, to be fair, I'm filling you up on me. And they're sticking tubes and cameras up down my throat and down my, oh my God. And he says, I see the problem. I go, yes, we're gonna figure out. And he goes, throat ulcers, several of them. And he says, I believe that's the cause of the bleeding, or maybe due to strain or acid. I can't say for sure, but you've got several throat ulcers right on your voice box. And there wasn't any exact reason, but he found the source of my problems and also the source of why I got sick in the first place. It's freaking open wounds and such. So finally, I got a little bit of not necessarily comfort, but answers. And I felt so relieved. And he says, take these. It's going to clear up in 6 weeks. 6 weeks? What do you mean 6 weeks, dude? And he's like, don't worry. It's going to feel like strep, but you're not actually sick, so you're not contagious or anything. It's like, I wasn't, you know what? I'm sorry. Look, yeah, I'm a good guy. I'm not really too worried about contaminating the area. I'm worried about me not feeling good. I was like, yeah, good. Don't worry, family. I'm going to suffer alone. So I was pretty bummed. So I sent over to the freaking CVS, went to go get my medicine. They said it was ready. I pull up. I wait through 55 minutes of cars just to get to the window, and they go, it's actually going to be another 15. You take a lap? I go, no way. Because it's going to take 6 weeks. What do I need to get a jump start on 6 weeks for? By the way, went back the next day, got there to the front of a line again after waiting, and they go, ooh, looks like we had a mix-up. Somebody accidentally dumped them out. Can you take a lap? We got to refill. And I had to go again. Nothing was going my way, but you know what? They said it's going to be gone in 6 weeks. I'm healthy. And more than that, I'm going to live, dude. I thought I was going to die, okay? And this sounds like a long, convoluted story about how things didn't really work out for me, but trust me, when you think about the fact that I could have not had things work out for me, feels like they're working out for me. So anyways, in 6 weeks, I'll be shipshape. And they didn't say anything about taking it easy, but everyone else is talking to me going, Tristan, you should probably try and quiet down, stick to more essential singing and talking only. I go, it's all essential. That's me. I finally got it back. I'm living life on the high rise of fun. So I refuse to stop talking. In fact, I just signed up for a play, dude. Okay? So they're like, hey, could you take it easy? I go, doth Romeo? I don't know who I am in that play. I guess I'm Juliet if I'm yelling at Romeo. But anyways, with all my work, I'm rehearsing, I'm doing auditions, there's stand-up. I'm talking tons, dude, okay? I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying talking because you got to use it while you have it. So anyways, that's where I'm at. That was a long, you know what? You're caught up. Hopefully everybody feels better. And if you're coughing up blood, you probably should go. But all I can tell you for sure is that it's probably not strep. But I hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope you guys are doing good. It really has been just a whirlwind of inconvenience. And I'm feeling much better now. Energy is high. Mood is high. 1 second, guys. Oh my gosh, the Falcons just won. They kicked a field goal. This time I fired. Sorry. I was watching that right before we started the podcast. It's a bit late at night. And I had to see. I was going to, actually, full disclosure, I was going to pause the podcast just to go and watch it, but they already took care of business. Very interesting. So anyways, guys, voice is good. Life is good. I'm continuing to use my voice. And I'll tell you this much. I have just been very, thank you, Jesus. I have been very favored in the voice acting realm lately. Okay, in fact, I went to go audition for. I started burping in the mic. Just chugged a few protein shakes and an energy drink before I started the podcast. So there's like a concoction of like, we don't know who belongs. But I got to get in shape just in case I go back to the hospital and they say, take your clothes off again. And I don't have a Tom and Jerry tank top ready. I can't be talk about Grinch meal. I was holding Grinch gut. But anyways, yes, I went to audition for a thing recently. And not only did I get the call back for the lead male role, they followed up as well and said, hey, by the way, we heard a lot of your demos and your tapes and your characters. Would you be interested in auditioning for the lead female role as well? And it was like a lower pitch female. And by the way, dude, I'm feeling like freaking Cloud 9. I just got my voice back. I'm auditioning. I'm already busting down doors. I mean, how good does that make me feel? Like I'm just the best in the world. Like I'm on a roll getting roles, and not just the male, but the female as well. Like I've got so much momentum that I'm taking jobs from everybody else. Like affirmative traction, dude. I'm in a groove right now. So I don't really know how to audition for this, so I'm just like, oh, I don't know how to freaking do a deep female voice. So I try to just give my best. I'm not really gonna do it here, but it was like a Jennifer Coolidge. Oh yeah. It was somewhere in that vein. So I send it, not feeling very confident. Just the fact that they asked, I felt flattered. So it was just very nice. I didn't expect to get anything or get any good news back from that. Just the fact that, I was considered. The fact that they wanted to hear me, that meant a lot. And then I was auditioning as well for this lead male role. So all that to say, I'm feeling pretty high on Cloud 9, and they write back, oops. So they said, oh, whoops, sorry, we didn't mean to send this to you. So they received a freaking, yeah, baby, sort of audition for me for no reason at all. And I can't imagine, they're probably listening to these beautiful, these women voices that they're portraying, these talented female actresses. And I come in with, hey, my name's Clarissa. And they go, what is going on right now? So what started off feeling, just very flattering, ended up feeling more like a prank. I was up here and then I felt talented, and instead I got embarrassed. So that was really, really cool. Good news is they did like my actual voice and for the male voice, but they're like, oh, what was that? Don't ever do that again, please. Thank you. So that's all good. And that's what's updating the work world again, doing some play. That should be very exciting. I'm using my voice constantly because I love it and I refuse to stop. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the tail. Time will tell. Anyways, what else is happening? Not much. I went to go get a slight haircut, because the side's long. It's a long story, but it was more about the fact that I didn't feel like me because I've been so sick. And not only that, but I didn't sound like me, which is crucial, because I wasn't speaking a lot. And then I didn't even look like me because my hair was getting so long. And then I was sporting a beard for a little bit there. It just grew out like Evan Almighty. He shaves, he looks back up at the mirror. It was just, I looked disheveled and completely, I didn't look like me. I didn't sound like me. I didn't feel like me. So I went to get freaking dolled up, dude. Haircut, shave, new sweater, and now look good, feel good, sound good, play good, baby. So I am just over the moon in terms of health, and I'm so grateful again that nothing serious came out of that. It easily could have gone south. A little bit nerve-wracking. It's also scary just to be there alone. Okay, dude, you ever go to the hospital alone? It's not fun, and it's cold, and then they didn't even offer me a blanket. They're like, that's a nice tank top. I was like, yeah. So anyways, yes, I think that's pretty much how my week went. I was rehearsing some stand-up. I finally had the courage to go do stand-up this week, and I was just, mostly because a near-death experience. It wasn't, but people were telling me it should have been. Just at that point, I was like, screw it, okay? I got my voice back. I'm throwing up a little blood. What's an audience, right? So I finally had the freaking strength, the bravery to go do it. And they're like, yeah, you're supposed to actually sign up a few days prior. You can't do that. So I got denied. which is unfortunate. But the fact, there's a little bit of effort. It's almost like the thought that counts for me. I went, you know what? Good on you. But I won't let that deter me. I won't let that stop me. I won't let that be a sign. It's like, okay, that's fine. You did enough. It's not. Tristan, you're going to lock in. You're going to go take care of business. That's kind of how I felt with this play. I was like, I don't have time. I'm dealing with it a lot. I can't do the play. And she's like, what if I offer you the role outright? And I was like, gosh dang it. Is that a sign? Is that me going like, this gives me a free chance to walk away from it? But then you're like, I'm following you. Do it. Do the play. So if this comes back to bite me, then I guess I misread the, divine signs. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. We're slowly kind of incorporating a little bit of Christmassy. We got some wrapping paper in the background because I thought I was going to be getting Christmas presents. I didn't realize my whole family was doing Secret Santa. I thought it was just like an extended family, but I went to go buy my parents gifts and like, what are you doing? Don't do that. We're not doing anything like that. I was like, I bought wrapping paper. I'm a generous mofo, okay? I love to give gifts. But now I can't, so I'm just going to stock them up for birthdays maybe. It's an interesting situation. So I guess if anybody else wants a gift out there, let me know because I have too much generous energy in my bones that I want to use. And no one's ready for it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sorry, I don't know hopefully I made that entertaining, but I was also just kind of backtracking through the past 5 days. The Browns, again, they almost won. Dude, the story with Shedeur Sanders is so interesting. Shedeur Sanders, I think I've talked about this a little bit, but I'm really hyped up on this kid, and I want him to do great. There's a weird, two versions of Browns fans where we had two different quarterbacks, and some people hate Shedeur and some people love him. I'm in the middle where I'm like, if the guy plays good, then I want him to be great. But otherwise, when it's like a parasocial relationship, I guess, where you latch on, this is my guy. No matter what, I love him. I'll defend him. So much so that now they're like, hey, Shedeur Sanders has to play some pretty good teams. The Browns are setting him up to fail. When the whole season so far, it's been like, they're not letting him play. They're setting him up to fail. We got to pick a lane. Both people are mad. But finally playing good. So I don't really understand, but I'm again just thrilled that you see halfway decent play out of a team. It's crazy. It's crazy. The bar's so low, guys. It's hard to be a Browns fan. It really is. But you don't get to choose the life you're born into. Okay, this fandom. Okay, it's passed down to you through generations, like an old family picture of misery, and they go this is your team, son. I go, I actually like the teams that score points. And they go, no, you don't. This is what we live for, okay? It's an abusive relationship. When you're just holding on for any little crumbs, you're like, oh my gosh, they said good morning. They threw a pass. They completed a run. This is beautiful. And you're just stuck. You're stuck and you can't leave. And sometimes, you can never leave the relationship, but sometimes you can watch another team and you can watch the Falcons win here and you go, that was really cool. Football's amazing. They go, hey, we're the Browns. You're going to be with us. You're going to watch us win or lose or lose or lose. We're in this together. And you're like, I don't know if I want to be, but I hope it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It hasn't. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you being here with me. I think, what do we have? Let me check real quick. We have one more episode before the Christmas episode, and Christmas is on the 3rd. Oh, we might have to release it early, if we want to do a Christmas episode, unless either next week is the Christmas episode, or I'm releasing the Christmas episode early to make it holly jolly. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how festive I'm feeling. We'll see how good my voice feels. Ooh, it's not there. Sorry, I tried to do Wicked. But anyways, if it's there, then it's there. If it's not, it's not. But the point is that if you tune in next time, I might be wearing a Christmas onesie. And if not, then that means I couldn't find one because I'm chosen. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next episode. I love you and happy holidays.